Hello everyone, and welcome to a zoo game comparison, a series where I take an exhibit I design and build it in several different zoo games. So, if you haven't watched the first episode in which I show the design of the exhibit, highly recommend you look at that because it'll make the rest of the series easier to follow. But today we are building in Zoo Tycoon 2, but this time with mods. So, I think mods is the primary reason why this game is still being played since 2004. I've had the game since 2011 and it's probably my second most played game, playing it till today. Well, it may get replaced by Planet Zoo. I don't know, I think the beta just came out when this video goes up. I'm pre-recording all these episodes, so I'm not too sure, but yeah, but for now, I still love Zoo Tycoon 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And Zoo Tycoon 2 is a prime example of why modding is important in the game. Because even though there's been no development from the developers since the release of Zoo Tycoon 2 Ultimate Collection, thanks to the community, keep on adding mods and new animals and new items, this game keeps the people playing. Because there's always new stuff to do in the game, new items, new ways to build, new creative ways. The community is always coming up with stuff. Like, you can look, simply looking at the beginning of the video and comparing to the last episode, I do take the exhibit that I worked on in Zoo Tycoon Vanilla, Zoo Tycoon Unmodded I mean, and just use that as a template. And you can just see, without even adding anything, the terrain is all better because the brushes have been updated to look more realistic and the animal models have been changed. Most of the original animals do have model remakes, look more realistic nowadays. And while the original game had just over 100 animals, I think there's probably hundreds upon hundreds of new animals that you can get from downloads of the websites. So honestly, the community, the Zoo Tycoon 2 community has really pushed this game in what it can do. That we've added all these crazy things, like I believe now you have boat rides and that you use with the Jeep tracks, and so many insane things that you can do in this game, just exploiting glitches or just adding new items. I think the elevated path is especially a good case of this, in that it was just supposed to be an elevated path, but now its primary use, or at least for me, is to use it as a roofing piece or use it as a little platform that you make invisible and then put items on top of it. It's quite cool. I don't think that game developers would have ever imagined people using the game in the way we use it now. So it really is thanks to the modding community for constantly coming out with these new mods, and just the community in general, because there's constant posts of Zoo Tycoon stuff on the forums and YouTube. It has been dying down for a little bit, but I think with Planet Zoo you'll definitely have a community resurgence with people coming back and new members coming from Planet Coast community, or just people coming for a new zoo game. I'm sure the community will become more of a community again. But anyway, I think that's all I got to talk for. I will be showing off the aerial view of the exhibit that I made in the first episode, just so you have the image in your head before we go through the walkthrough of the enclosure, or the walkthrough bit. So I'll just let the time-lapse play finish and then we'll get on to that. See you then. Okay, so here's the finalized exhibit. Beautiful modded Zoo Tycoon. Take a full spin of the exhibit if we wish. And why don't we go and take a full 360, not full, what am I saying? A full first person view of the exhibit. So let's go check out the, not before I, hold on, it's the bear, come on, I'm going for a swim. So here we have the underwater viewing. You can see a little bear swimming along the water. Hello, Mr. Bear. That's so cool. You look so much better than you did in Zoo Tycoon too. Got a makeover, did you? Yes, you did. So let's go. I think we should go to the elevated path first. This roof is a bit low. Probably could have made that higher, but not too bad. So we have an elevated path. It looks so much better than the default ones. And the waterfalls. Oh, I love these waterfalls and these rocks. These amazing rocks. Oh, I must be in unmodded. You can't place the rocks right next to each other now. That looks so beautiful. I did want to go and use the fountain pieces, waterfalls. They aren't like the actual in-game waterfall. This kind of piece you put down. But the normal waterfalls were working, so I just decided to keep them in. Just take a quick see for one more scenic look of the exhibit. Obviously the foliage is a lot better. Oh, Mr. Bear, you're still here. Okay. I want to see you doing other stuff, so I'm going to take you out of the water now. I'm going to put you over there, because that's where I'm going to go. So we built the climbing frame. I was initially considering using the climbing structure some people made. It was a mod that the bear can actually use, but in the end I decided to just use these pieces here. These are logs and platforms, and you can make climbing structures with them. Just the only problem is the animals can't use them. But it's a nice decorative piece. And of course we have this little overhang chain link fence, so it makes it harder for the bears to climb up. Alright, anyway, let's go and take the staff view, or go around the back so we can go inside the exhibit. So here's one of the staff gates, or we can choose to go inside here, the staff building. The nice thing about Zoo Tycoon 2 is that the mods, you can build interiors of buildings like this. Just all the night rooms, they kind of look the same. They all use these medical set items. Not much creativity you can do there, and it's frankly not a lot of creativity you can have with a night room. Not a lot of designs for night rooms. They shouldn't have to be designs for night rooms, because guests don't really see them. And we've got a log crossing the river. A waterfall, a nice little reflective water. Grass that isn't Lumo green. Dirt that doesn't look like hot chocolate. Terrain items that can go into each other, aren't restricted to a grid. Oh, it's so good. And look at you, a bear that doesn't look like it was designed by a 6-year-old. This bear only looks like it was designed by a 9-year-old. I'm kidding, sorry if I upset anyone that made the design. It's a good design, I promise. But anyway, yes, that's kind of all we got to show for. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!